Good day, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about 5 reasons why you want to start meditating, and you might want to start meditating even today or right after watching this video. So I'm going to give you 5 reasons. My name is Deem, and let's get started. Now, if you'd like to skip to the summary section or the most important points of this video, then you can find them all around me or in the description box below. So assuming you already know what is meditation, we're gonna jump right into the reasons. And the first reason is mental updates. So what I mean by that is we are having our values, our beliefs, our decisions, our memories, our language, and our ideas and stuff like that. But most of them are unconscious, and when we are meditating, it is unearthing them and uncovering them and putting them to the surface so that we can deal with it. And when it's bringing it up to the surface, then we have no other choice but to deal with it, whether by analyzing it or maybe letting it go and letting go of controlling it. You can think about it as a software update, okay? So we have our hardware, which is our body, and then we have our software, which is our mind, the way we think, the way we perceive the world. And our internal software is usually way more important than the hardware. Well, both of them are important, but the way your software is set will control your life, basically. It's going to control your life by telling you a specific story. And what I mean by story is a set of interpretations. Like, for example, let's say somebody said something bad to you, right? And then you might have different interpretations. And one of them might be, oh, this person said something bad to me, and that means that I'm a bad person and I deserve this. Another interpretation might be, well, this person said this because they are having a bad day. Yeah. Or maybe this person said something because they are this type of person, yeah? This type of person that will tell somebody else in an unfair way something negative. But that doesn't mean that you're a bad person. That doesn't mean that you deserve this. So you see, there were 3 interpretations to the same event. And these interpretations are extremely important. Why are they important? Well, because they control your emotions. Interpretations are generating our emotions, and then emotions are putting a start to your action. So interpretations, emotions, and then actions, and that is the thing that brings you results. So what kind of results you're gonna have is really dependent on your interpretations. That's why your story is really important. And the story in this case is a totality, or the collection of all these different perceptions of things that happen in your life, all the different interpretations. And meditation is going to allow you to transcend them, to change them, and to analyze them, and to doubt them, of course, and then to question them, and then see if they make sense in your life. Like, for example, you were thinking for a very long time that your parents are right, yeah? But is it so? Because it comes, there's a point in life where you might think that, okay, my parents are not 100% of the time right, yeah? Maybe they're like 90% of the time right, but there's still 10% where they sometimes don't know what to think, what to say, and then they say something that makes no sense, where even you already now are more informed about this. But this is usually something that we're dealing with when we are in our early years, or maybe when we are a teenager, yeah? But then something else might be when later, when you are like in your 20s or 30s, or even sometimes 40s or even 50s, where you think about yourself that you're a lazy person. This, I think, is a belief that a lot of people have. And this is also just a belief. That does not mean that this is true. This is just part of your software. This might be a part of your software, but that does not mean that it has to be reality. And meditation is going to allow you to let go of it, to destroy it. Or maybe not destroy, but just let go of it. Let go of trying to get control by being lazy. This is just a small tip for you. So you might think that you're lazy, but you know what? I heard a story, a really interesting story of a person said that, okay, so if you think that you're lazy, then how about, what's going to happen if I'm going to tell you that I'm going to give you $5 million, let's say, if you're going to come tomorrow at 3 a.m. At 3 a.m. at the beach, all dressed up and being ready. What are you going to come or no? Of course you are. Or maybe if I'm gonna ask you to run 1 mile every single day for 30 days, and after that I'm gonna give you $10 million. Of course you're gonna do this, right? So you see, that's not the problem. The problem is not that you're lazy. The problem is that you don't have a picture, a long-term big goal. Whereas if you had it, that would have been a different story, and it would have been easy for you to let laziness go, because I don't think you're lazy. You're just not having this picture. The second reason why you want to start meditating is that it interrupts negative cycles or negative patterns. So how does it do it? Well, when you start meditating, of course, like I told you, the beliefs that you were having, they are going to the surface, and then you have to analyze them. And when you do this, you are seeing a different perspective. You are seeing the same situation. You're not changing the situation, but you're seeing the situation from another point of view, from a point of view of somebody else. And when you see your situation from another point of view, that allows you to come up with new solutions. Let's say, for example, there was a lady and she had 3 bad relationships, or 3 failures, as you would call it. And but they were not just simple relationships or really short ones. It's not for a month. Well, the first one was 10 years, then 7 years and 8 years. Yeah, so quite a lot of time. It took decades of time, and still it didn't work. So of course she's desperate. Of course she doesn't know what to do, and she's afraid now because well, she had 3 failures, so to speak, and now she thinks that the 4th one is going to be the same. But in the past, she had this cycle or that mental pattern where she thought, well, other people are responsible for her emotions. Other people are responsible for her happiness. And if she wasn't happy in this relationship, well, that means it's the responsibility of that guy, you know? But if she starts meditating, then these problems are gonna come to the surface, and then guess what's gonna happen? She's gonna see that most likely she had some contribution as well. And that's the thing that's gonna cause her to dig deeper, and then she might want to start studying and reading different articles, like for example 10 red flags of a narcissist, or 7 traits of a codependent. And then she's gonna find out that, oh my god, I was a codependent person, and these 3 people were not, well, they were not really nice to me, but I was attracting them. Because codependency and narcissism comes together, and they are both always attracted to each other. So thanks to meditation, this sparked up the idea that maybe she's the one responsible for her own happiness, right? And now she might choose to either study it more on her own, or look for some counseling, or go to a therapist and seek some medical help. Now, the third reason you really want to start meditating is that it's going to make you a calmer person. And how is it going to do it? Again, with different perspectives come different insights. And you might see the same person or the same situation or the same circumstance in a completely different way, and these new interpretations are going to cause new emotions, which are going to cause new actions, and then this is going to bring you new results. So let's say, for example, there was or there is still a bully at your job, and you don't like him or her. And yeah, every single time you see them, you get all tensed up and basically ready for a fight, so to speak, yeah? Inside your mind, mentally. And you don't feel easy. And meditation, what meditation can give you in this case is seeing the situation again from a different perspective, just trying to get out of the picture and seeing the big picture, because while you're in the picture you cannot really see a way out. You do not see the frame. When you're out of it, you see the frame, and then you see that, okay, this thing is not the whole world. This has frames, which means you can go outside the frame and then think outside the box, and then have outside of the box solutions for it. And one of them might be studying, not studying, but meditating and then finding out about the law of attraction. Like, you might be the person that is attracting this type of energy, and maybe there's something inside of you that you didn't own. Maybe projection is happening, and maybe that's why you don't like this bully so much. Like, for example, when you did not really own arrogance inside of you, then arrogant people are going to be the ones that are going to annoy you the most. And when you're going to allow yourself to accept the fact that you actually were sometimes arrogant, and you have the ability to be arrogant, and you are okay with that, and you give yourself the permission to be okay with that, then in that case, other people that are arrogant, they are not gonna bother you as much. Why? Because you owned it in yourself. And the thing is, the brain does not know the difference between yourself and others. So when you own it within you, and it does not bother you from the inside, well, it's not gonna bother you when you see the same annoying in the past traits in other people. And another thing that might come out of meditation is the fact that it might not be, not even about you. Maybe you can change the perspective and think that, okay, this person, maybe he or she were disrespected or even abandoned by their parents, and they were neglected, and they have not had enough love within their family, and so therefore they are now projecting this type of mentality onto you. But that does not have to be about you. And maybe you can find out that this person is just doing it just like a robot. Robot would do its command, right? Because the robot cannot not do it. It's programmed to do this. So in the same manner, this person is programmed to do it. They are not conscious. They are unconsciously seeking approval, for example, or seeking dominance, right? That does not have to do anything with you. And when you understand this, then you might find out a nice surprise, a nice thing in your life where you're gonna find that you're not gonna have so many people of this type around you. These people actually can be good for you in the sense that they show you what you want to work on in yourself. And you can imagine that while meditating and while having these insights out of this meditation, this can make you a way calmer person. Now, the fourth reason you want to start meditating is that it's going to improve your relationships. And I'm talking about all types of relationships. And why is it so? Well, because it's going to, just like we talked in the previous points, you're going to become a calmer person, a more relaxed one. And as you might have noticed, the people that are the best, like people person, the best one is usually the most relaxed one, yeah? When they're relaxed, they can say the right things at the right time. They're not tense, they're not worried, they're not anticipating something negative, and they don't say awkward stuff. Also, another reason why you're going to have a better relationship out of meditation is because you're going to be more allowing. When you meditate, you are turning your focus from the outside on the inside, yeah? And then you are seeing the most important things for you. And when you're focusing on yourself and what's most important to you, surprisingly, interestingly enough, you give others permission to be themselves. And you're not trying to manipulate them or to control them or trying to change their behavior to fit yourself, yeah? Because people that criticize others or trying to change others, they are criticizing themselves first. Because as you remember, the brain does not know the difference between you and the other person. And what meditation is going to allow you to do is to find these things that you don't like within yourself and work them out. And when you work them out, that's it. There's nothing to criticize anymore. And when you don't criticize yourself, you don't criticize others. So when you criticize others, you criticize yourself. When you don't criticize others, you don't criticize yourself. And then you work out something inside of you. And when you don't have it anymore, there's nothing to criticize in yourself and in others. And the fifth amazing reason why you want to start meditating as soon as you can is the fact that it's going to give you clarity of where you want to go. You're going to be able to take decisions faster and you're going to be more confident in them. Also, it's going to help you find out your life purpose way faster. So the thing is, quite often people are lost and they don't know where to go. So you have no idea where to go left, right, up, down, yeah? And it's really foggy. And why is it foggy? Well, because you're having negative emotions and thoughts that contradict themselves and they fight. It's like a constant tug of war. And what's happening when you are meditating, as your negative emotion disappears, then you're going to be able to see more clearly, at least where you want to go. And now imagine that all of us have an internal GPS, yeah, global positioning system, a navigational system, and we have a feeling inside of our heart of where to go, what to do, and we usually, it has different names. So when you meditate, it allows you to be more sensitive, to listen to yourself, listen to your heart basically, and know where you want to go. So every person has their own GPS, yeah? And this GPS knows exactly where this person is and where this person wants to go. And it tells them quite a lot of things, just about everything. It tells them where to go, what people to hang around with, even what to eat, how much time to sleep, what to watch, what not to watch, what kind of situations you want to find yourself in, and what kind of situations you would like to stay away from, and many other things. But the thing is, quite a lot of people have their GPS broken. And how does it happen? Well, because they have not been listening to their own heart, to their own GPS, but they've been listening instead to what other people want them to do. But the thing is, everybody has their own path, and another person has no idea and is not equipped in any way to tell you where you need to go. Only you are able to find out where's your right place. And only you are able to find out how effective or efficient you are. Nobody else can know 100% exactly what's really important to you because they don't have your GPS. The GPS is a very personal thing. Everybody has their own. So just like you cannot tell another person, okay, this is where you need to go, another person cannot tell you where you need to go. You already have this feeling inside of you. It is ingrained. A lot of people have their GPS broken because they've been listening to what other broken people said. And how does it started? Well, people were trying to maybe get approval or get in line with standards of their cultural needs at that time and at that place, at that country that they've been born in. And Well, for example, as far as I know in Sweden, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, they don't really like people that trying to stand out, you know, like everybody has to be quote unquote the same. I'm not sure if that's true, but if it's not true, then let me know. And I think that's a trait in a lot of collectivistic countries. But the thing is, with people that are born and they know, they feel it within themselves that their path is more individualistic, or they want to build something which is so amazing that it's going to be that is going to allow them to surpass a lot of their peers and then appear to be like outstanding or better, like they say, yeah. But that is his or her way, and that is what they are supposed to do. That is what they came here to do. But you see, because of this, well, societal norm at that particular place, this person has a choice to either follow their own hearts or to become a victim to the societal standards and then blame everybody else and then be weak. And so a lot of people might tell you, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that, because you want to be a good citizen, right? Or you want to be a good boy or a good girl or a good son or a good daughter, and so on and so on and so forth. But that's basically sacrificing your own GPS and not listening to your own heart, but listening to somebody else that is not equipped to guide you in any way. And very often, it's actually about them and not about you, even though they say that it's about you. And quite often you might find that people say that you are important to them, but what's important to them is how they feel. So what they're going to try to do is to change or manipulate your behavior to make them feel good. But the beautiful thing is, when you meditate, the voice of your GPS becomes louder, and your sensitivity to your own GPS becomes stronger, and the voices of all the rest become weaker, and the voice of your GPS becomes stronger than all of them together, which is fantastic news. And that means that you are able to find out on your own what it is that you really want and who you really are, who you feel inside of you that you are. Yeah? Because your heart has all the answers. You already have all the answers inside, and nobody can tell you who you are and where you need to go and what is your GPS and what's your life purpose and what you need to do. Because everybody, you know what, everybody has their own opinion. But they, again, are not equipped to give you proper guidance. Alright, now this is it. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more videos like this. Also, if you know somebody that you think might benefit from watching this video, then please share it with them. And also, if you have any questions or maybe suggestions, then please let me know in the comment section below. Here is the summary, and see ya in the next one.